Good day, everybody. It's TJ Jones.
It's your boy, Conrad.
And this is Inside Men, music, entertainment, and news. So we talk about all the current events and everything that's going on around the world. We're back, man. How you feel?
I feel good, man. We've been out of here for a year and a half.
It's a long time coming.
It's been a long time, but we back. We back. We're gonna bring you guys weekly content. And we're gonna get busy. This version of our show is gonna be very different from the last one that you guys got. I'm not holding back this time. I'm coming. I'm coming, okay? Unfiltered. I'm just letting the shit out, man. So y'all gonna like it or y'all gonna love it. But either way, it's gonna be here every week for y'all to hear it. You know what I mean?
That's it. We gotta definitely talk about it, man. For our old fans, thank you for patiently waiting. We back now. And for the newcomers, let me
interject real quick. For the old fans, the fact that we've been away for 18 months, yet you guys are still going online and listening to our old stuff, yo, we love you and we appreciate you for that.
For sure.
And definitely. We're gonna be back. Well, we're back, but we're never gonna have a hiatus that long. That's never gonna happen again. We're gonna be here weekly to give you the content, and depending on what goes on, you might see us more than once a week.
Now, the thing about it is that you guys see that it's only two of us. Now, that's the biggest reason of why we've been out of the studios, because our brother, Jelani, passed away. And we definitely want to, send our respects to him and his family. We thought about it as far as whether we was going to go back in the studio, not if we was going to get a replacement or not. Me personally, I don't think anybody is going to take his spot. Nobody should take his spot. When I actually came up with the idea of the podcast, I had two people specifically in mind. I had you and I had Jelani.
Yeah.
And the podcast worked seamlessly.
Yeah, it did.
The vibe was good. The energy was good. It worked seamlessly. And I definitely appreciate you guys bringing your wisdom, your humor, everything to the show. And there's no replacement for Jelani.
No, none at all.
Today's the 7th of January. How you been, man? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, bro.
All is well?
Yeah.
Listen, everybody that knows me know that I'm not a big drinker, man. But for the New Year, we're gonna have ourselves a drink.
We gotta take one for Jelani.
For the New Year, and we also gonna have a drink for Jelani as well. Now, in regards to the New Year's, do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
Not so much these days. I do believe in, fixing up some things going into the new year that, didn't work in the previous year or that you want to correct. I do believe in starting the new year on a clean slate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily have New Year's resolutions, but I have things that I want to clean up for myself.
What you got going on this year?
Just, I want to work on discipline, being more diligent and intentional with, the things that's going to, help propel me forward. I got my slogan for the year of 2024 is leave no doubt.
Okay.
When I walk out of this year, I don't want to leave.
I did see you post that too.
Leave no doubt, bro.
Okay.
When it comes to everything, man. When it comes to, my success in the field that I'm working in, no, I don't want no doubt when it comes to anything. The relationships I have with people, how people, the belief people have in me when it comes to, doing certain things. I'm just leaving no doubt this year, man. I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it.
All right.
What about you?
Now let's before I speak on it, let's have a toast to.
Real
have a
quick.
toast.
I also didn't get to say my piece on Jay, but let's have a toast real quick.
We're gonna talk about Jay throughout the entire podcast and this episode and throughout the entire podcast, because even if he's not here, he's still family. He's still a part of us.
Absolutely.
Definitely, man. So
get that toast.
This is to my brother Jelani, man. We love you, man.
We love you, bro. We miss you, man. We miss you.
Jay know I'm not a drinker, so us drinking this, he'll be laughing right now, saying it's a girly drink right now.
Is this shit a girly drink?
Man, we drinking
it's a little flavored.
Yeah. The Di Serrano right now, amaretto sour, everybody know. That's my favorite drink if I ever do drink. And he will be getting on me right now about this drink.
Oh,
you see it tastes good.
Nah. So hold on. Nah, it does taste good.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let you off the hook. So this right here is what we drinking, right? Now I'm a tequila guy. I like my alcohol strong and straight. You feel me? But the alcohol, this man pulled out his trunk. He had 1,800 margarita. That's what we was about to be in here drinking.
Listen,
1,800 margarita flavor. What was it? What was it? Mango or something?
It was mango. But I'm not a drinker, so anytime I typically got something or I'm bringing something out, it's because it's left over from an event or something that I had, or a place that I was at. But yeah, man, definitely shout out to Jelani for sure, man. As far as my New Year's resolutions, man, I got a few. This year I want to learn a new language, man. I want to learn Spanish. That's definitely why you make that face? Let
me interject because I know you, bro. You don't want to learn Spanish.
No, I do.
For the sake. No, you want it so that it's advantageous for your what word should I use? Your shit.
My endeavors?
Yes, you don't want to learn Spanish.
No.
So why not go learn French?
Because that's not commonly spoken, at least in
New
York.
The country?
Say it again.
If you leave the country, okay, so you want it because you're in a.
Yeah.
Okay.
To broaden my horizon.
So
that would be that. But Spanish and English are the top two. I already know English, so I want to learn Spanish, and then after that, I'll learn more. But it's not necessarily for women, if that's what you think.
Okay. So how do you plan on going about? You plan on like downloading the app, paying for and learning through that? You got somebody that's going to individually teach you, or do you plan on going to school?
I prefer, to be honest with you, I've always been in school. I love school. I want to go back to school.
I ain't never heard somebody say that, man.
Nah, I love school. Because I love learning. I love learning.
School's for people that want to learn. I'll never sit in a classroom again, bro. I'll get my learning done elsewhere.
I want to learn. I love to learn. I call myself a student in life, man. I love to learn. But I don't have the time for that. So I'm actually doing it through the app. Doing it through the app is convenient. But the best thing about doing it through the app is that teaches you discipline, because you ain't got to be there. If you really want to learn this, you're going to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And crack open that app. Pull out your phone, crack open that app, and you study yourself.
Do you have anybody where you can speak fluently around, like as you're learning, you can have Spanish conversations with them? Because going to
one of my best boys speaks Spanish. So
okay.
Yeah. So definitely, I would definitely be able to practice my vocabulary, my speech with him. But definitely that, and just better health, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Just better health.
100%.
I work out a couple times a week. I definitely want to get in a couple more times a week as well too. Just to stay in shape, to stay fit.
I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna cut you off. On a health topic, fellas, go to the doctor. Please go to the doctor. A lot of things that happen can be prevented if you go to the doctor. Now, I know a lot of dudes out here that don't see the doctor until they sick. We got annual checkups. As we get older, I'm in my mid-30s. We got to get certain things done just to make sure our health is good. We lost our brother due to that. And the only thing that has me thinking is, if he went to the doctor, the situation that occurred for him could have possibly been prevented. You know what I mean? So it's just, let's take our health a little serious, man. Let's get into the doctor. Let's start eating the right way. Let's start working out. As we get older, our bodies start to change. And, you don't want to find yourself in a situation where it's too late for you.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's what has happened since we've been out the studio.
Health issues, yeah.
In a sense of, I changed my diet. So I'm plant-based now. So I don't.
So you wasn't you've been plant-based? I thought you just cut out like the meat, but you're eating fish.
Yeah, pescatarian.
And so you don't eat fish no more? I
still do. I still do. So I eat
how's that plant-based, bro?
No.
Educate me.
I eat fish.
Mm-hmm.
I still eat fish. I'm pescatarian. But as far as the meats that I eat is plant-based meat.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So I always had a question about that. So you're eating basically you'll have a hot dog that's tofu, made out of tofu or something like that.
Yes. It'll be soy, mushrooms.
Got you. So my thing is this. This is a question. I don't know if you can give me
an answer. But not necessarily
a
hot dog, but okay.
No. That's just an example, because I went camping a couple years ago with a group of people, but a lot of them there were, vegan, vegetarian. I don't necessarily know the difference. I'm a little You know, but
I can enlighten you if you want.
so absolutely. Give me a second. So but we had like chicken sandwiches that was plant based, tasted just like chicken.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? They had hot dogs that tasted like hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't hot dogs. It was, you know. So my thing is, I always felt like when people stopped eating meat, they stopped eating meat because it was processed, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's processed too. So what exactly?
It has different effects, to be honest with you. I can eat
Educate me if you have the answers.
because I can eat a plant-based burger and I feel good after. But I know that if I eat a beef burger, then I'm gonna feel sluggish. I'm gonna feel drowsy, different things like that.
Okay.
Because with the beef burgers, you have all the grease.
Mm-hmm.
You basically got
Okay.
the same type of food, same texture, just about, but without the grease. So it is healthier, a lot healthier. It's a lot leaner as well too. So I don't want to disclose what what Jelani passed from, but he's the reason why I changed my diet. He's the reason why I changed my diet because I wanted to make sure that I'm here for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be here for a good time and for a long time. So I make sure that I change my diet and, just stay in the gym, try to work out as often as possible, with life and work. It doesn't happen as we always wanted to,
Right.
but as long as it's in your mind to want to do that, then you can do that.
But it as people, as human beings, we always want to do things. You know what I'm saying? Wanting is the easiest thing you can do. Actually getting up and doing it is the hardest part. So, we got to get past wanting and, holding out. We got to get past wanting and get to the doing part. Or, holding ourselves responsible for our results. And I just feel like a lot of people, don't hold themselves responsible to, to getting the results that that's needed. So when we dealing with like New Year resolutions, that's why I kind of stopped doing them because I kind of felt like I would do a New Year's resolution and a month or two into the year, it was just like it just wasn't working. Like all that shit just went by the wayside, and I was just back to doing whatever the hell it is I wanted to do. So for me, it's just I like to win, bro. I get tired of losing. So it's just I'm just trying to build a culture in my life of winning. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Setting goals, mini goals that lead me to my big goals. You know what I'm saying? And as I hit every mini goal, I just be patting myself on the back now.
As you should, man. You should.
Because before I wasn't doing that. Before, I was just focused on the main goal. I was focused on getting to the finish line. And when you're just so focused on getting to the end of the line, the end of the road, you miss out on everything that's going on along the way. And it takes away from the journey, it takes away from the experience, and it's just not good. Mentally it's not good. So it's just I've learned to enjoy the small wins by understanding that small wins lead you, into big wins.
Before you get to the 30th floor, you got to appreciate that you got to the 10th floor, the 15th floor, the 20th floor.
100%.
And once you get to the 30th, you look back and you see like, damn, I done put in all this work when I didn't think I could even get to the first floor.
That's right.
I put in all this work. It's crazy that you mentioned that because yesterday was actually my birthday, man.
That's facts. Happy belated birthday to my boy.
Yes,
my fellow cat.
Yesterday was actually my birthday, man. So,
shoot, 43 now, right?
I wish I wasn't. I'm still in my 30s, man. 37 yesterday, man. 37 yesterday. And the thing about it is that I took me every year on my birthday, man. I think, I want to say probably like the last 4 years. Every year on my birthday, I take like a solo trip. So I just took me a little solo trip and just get away. And on that solo trip, what I do is I write myself a letter. Everything that I want to accomplish throughout the year, how I'm feeling mentally, how I'm feeling physically, spiritually, financially, and seal it up. And I read it the next year after I write my new letter for the following year. And that definitely gives me a goal that I could follow. And I feel like it just brings me at one and brings me peace.
Yeah.
And that's something that we all seek, especially when you get older, because you deal with so much negativity and toxicity in your life.
Yeah.
The main thing that we all want as people is peace. You know, nobody can make you happy. You make yourself happy. So that's why I do what I do for me. Because people tend to, especially on my birthday, because people, when it comes to your birthday, people always want the involvement of their friends and their family to make their day.
Yeah,
but it's only your day.
It's your day, yeah.
It's your day. And when you by yourself, when you travel by yourself, move how you want to move.
Mm-hmm.
Eat what you want to eat, sleep what you want, sleep when you want to sleep, go where you want to go. So you do these different things and you feel so free.
Yeah.
You feel so free at the end of the day. And I don't know if you saw the video. We talked about this offline, but I don't know if you saw the video where the girl, she had a birthday dinner, I should say. Yes. And she invited 13 of her closest friends. And she went on social media broadcasting and pissed because she said only 2 of her friends out of 13 showed up. And she said that all y'all friends that didn't come, y'all 11 friends that didn't come, don't invite me to none of your events. Your baby shower, your wedding, anything.
That's petty movement.
I'm not coming. And at the end of the day, that's not hurting nobody.
No.
That's not hurting nobody.
No.
Because they already have you in a specific spot, in a specific box.
Right.
So you saying that you're not going to come, that's just going to end the relationship. Because y'all ain't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't going to move forward with y'all relationship. And I wasn't there. I only went off of it. But just for her to broadcast that, I felt like she was more worried about who didn't show up versus the 2 people who did show up.
Today's day, a lot of people are worried about the optics of things. You understand what I'm saying? So if I have a party, if I have a dinner and a shit ton of people show up, I look like I'm popping.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If I'm at dinner with 3 other people, then I don't look popping. This is why people take down pictures if they don't have enough likes. You understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It is, and I find that to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But this is what, you know, social media has done to people. And like you said, she should have been more worried about the people who showed up and had a good time.
Not even worried, just enjoyed it.
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
And it's crazy because when you this has happened to me before. Maybe about 10 years ago. My birthday was coming around. My birthday's December 23rd. They wanted to do something for me, but I was just like, nah. I wanted to, you know, just do it with the person that I was with at the time. So I was telling her, I was like, nah. You know, I want to do this. I want to do this. I just want to be with you. I just want to be with you. I don't like getting I don't like getting groups together. She wanted to go get a group together. We did it at somebody else's house, one of my boys at the time. And not a lot of people showed up at all.
Ooh.
Yeah. And but we still had a good time. But I couldn't help but feel a way.
You felt the way?
I did. And you know, I told her, I was like, you know, this is what I told you. Let's just keep it between me and you. Because all year, all I did was show up for people's stuff. But you want to know the reason why people ain't show up? Because my birthday's December 23rd, and it was broke. And it's just like...
right there before Christmas.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
But you still could come out. It's not like you got to buy me anything.
Exactly.
Because as adults, especially with your friends, I would be surprised if one of my friends actually like physically brought me a gift. Yeah. At that point, when you get older, you want the person's presence. It's not a present. Yeah. You know, so when you think about it like that, did you feel like unwanted?
Nah, because you know, I enjoyed my time with the people that was there. So it's just like, I think maybe about like 20 people were invited to this person's house, and maybe like 7, 8 showed.
Damn.
Yeah, but we had a good night. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you can't help but feel a way, especially when you when you pull up for other people throughout the year for their birthdays or their events or their celebrations. But like you said, you know, whoever shows up, shows up. Whoever doesn't, you keep it moving. I didn't have any ill will towards, you know, whoever didn't show up. It's just like, all right, these people showed up. We had a good time, and I love y'all for coming out and showing me love.
Do you feel a need to have a conversation with the people that didn't show up?
No. They couldn't make it for whatever reason. They don't need to explain shit to me.
But what if they RSVP or don't RSVP?
Well, that's different. Because if you're RSVPing and you RSVP, then I have a seat in line for you. So if you don't show up and you don't say anything, then it's just like...
more so if you RSVP, that means you you more than likely paid for something.
Yeah.
You know, I paid for this seat. I paid for this dinner table.
You could say you have something in the backyard and you want people to RSVP just so you know
who's coming.
Yeah, you have a count like, all right, I'm expecting 30 people to pull up, so you want to make sure you got enough food, you got enough everything for that. But I've learned not to focus on that. But then I've also learned when my birthday comes around, I just like to be with my lady. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do a group thing because I dealt with that before. I dealt with people not showing up for me, and it's just I try not to be petty, especially as I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'd rather just for my birthday do something with my lady than trying to get a group of people together and people don't show up.
Because whether we all believe it or not, it does change our energy.
Yeah,
it does change our energy, and it kind of makes us reflect on ourselves. Like, why didn't this person show up? You know, is it me or is it this person?
Well, see, the thing about it is I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't like to make everything about me. You understand what I'm saying? Life, everybody's experiencing life.
Your motto is leave no doubt. Your motto is leave no doubt.
Right, but everybody's living life. I'm living life, you're living life. Everybody's living life at the same time. So it's just like I can't sit back and think that everybody's life is supposed to revolve around me. What if you got a family? What if you know one of your kids go ill? Or what if, you get caught up at work late because something happened? Things happen along the way. You know what I'm saying?
What if you give someone a grace period?
A grace period for what?
If you tell your birthday the 23rd, you tell them December 1st. Now they got 3 weeks.
That's fine. Something can happen on the 22nd. Something can happen on the 23rd. Okay. Shit happens. Life happens. I've been on my way to people's celebrations and I've gotten into car accidents and didn't make it. They gonna get upset with me because I didn't make it and because I didn't think in that moment to call them up and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to come.
Because you in shock.
Huh?
You in shock. You was just in an accident. You in shock.
I don't know about shock, but I'm just in an accident. So it's just like, I got to handle this situation right now. Or, you know what I'm saying? If my daughter, something happens with her, I got to shift focus. This is not, it's not important to me in, at this moment. So it's just, I try not to take it a certain kind of way, but that's just me. But if I couldn't make it out to somebody else's thing and they decided they wanted to take it a certain kind of way, then how you handle things is how you handle it.
But I feel like when people say, you know what, I'm not going to come to your events or I'm not going to talk to you anymore, they really not losing out. And it could also be considered petty. And
women do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Men
it up.
don't care. Men don't care.
If my boy don't pull up to my shit, I'm pulling up to his shit the next night if he got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like only women do that petty shit.
But it's crazy because we as people, not necessarily men, but women need to find a rule of why they don't get along with each other. Because if I never met you a day in my life and I see you walking and you got something on that I like, or we just in the bar or something like that and the game is on, we can actually chop it up and we can have a conversation about that.
Because women
can.
Because of my understanding.
Women don't, I should say.
Because of my understanding, bro, women, they in competition with each other, bro.
For what?
For everything. They want to be the best looking out the group. They want to be this. They want to be that. They want to be best dressed. You know what I'm saying? So women are always in constant competition. So it's just like they, become jealous and envious of what one has. This person looks better. She acts like this. I've seen things of girls going out for their birthday and getting upset because another girl that came out for their birthday is dressed better than they are.
Listen.
That ain't got nothing to do with that girl.
Y'all just got different style. Why you upset? Well,
go get a better dress. You shouldn't order your dress off Shein. Go get a better dress, bro. Like, don't get mad at me because I got a better closet than you.
It's expensive, man. You can't do that, man.
Don't get mad at me because I got a better closet. Like, I shouldn't have to dumb down my looks or the way I dress because it's your day. It's your day. We all came out to see you. Have some confidence and some security within yourself.
Confidence is the most beautiful and sexiest thing ever because you could literally have nothing on, but your energy and your presence can be felt if you carry yourself with enough confidence.
And it's crazy because I had this conversation with a big chick. I was telling her, I was like, yo, son, if you talking to a dude, he could see you. He already knows you big.
Yeah,
he into big girls if he talking to you. Now, when time comes to do, don't be up there all shy, covering your breast or covering your stomach, or you want to keep your shirt on. That lacks confidence and typically dudes don't like that. Like, I already know you big, own that shit, and carry yourself with some confidence, because that's more sexy than you not having
100%,
confidence.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Just the fact, like you already said it, and you actually put a stamp on it. Just the fact that him even wanting to talk to you says that he's interested in you.
Now, unless you out here lying to people and you got on like a little body smother that's hiding your gut and hiding everything else, and then when you take it out, this fucking gut just falls out, and you ain't got nothing to worry about.
But
we know what you look like, and we like it.
But that's we do.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a post that was going around where I forget who it was. I don't know if it was a man asking a woman or what, but I think it was a woman asking men. So the woman asked men, what type of body you like? BBL or natural? BBL or natural? I asked about 5 different guys. All of them said natural.
Yeah, BBL shit is
When that
trash.
woman asked 5 different women, all the women said BBLs. You know what that means, right? Women don't know us.
They don't. But
Women don't know us.
And you want to know what's crazy about women not knowing us? Not only do women not know us, but they don't listen to us. A woman would take advice about a man from a woman. A woman can't give you advice about a man. A woman can only give you wisdom and experience. And that changes, and that varies from person to person.
Correct.
I do not listen to men when it comes to women. I will listen to the experience that they've had or the wisdom that they might be willing to share. But when it comes to understanding women, you got to listen to women, because women know women. Men will sit back online and tell women what men want and what they like, and they'll sit there and be like, no, you don't. You're lying. And I'm like, this is why y'all lose, because y'all not listening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But how are they supposed to take that critique if they don't even want to sit next to each other at the same table?
What do you mean?
If they don't get along. If they don't get along, if women don't get along, if women aren't able to have an open dialogue.
Women don't get along because of their own personal shit. It's their own insecurity about themselves that somebody else might have that they don't. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I'm out with 3 girls, but she got a push-up bra and her breast is all exposed and it's right up at her chin. Now all these guys is looking at her. Now why is she getting all the attention? Why is she getting all the attention and why am I not getting it? That's the shit that's going through their head. Oh, she's doing this. She's doing that for guys. She's doing it. They're always in competition where...
But I get it from a woman's point of view. I get it. And the reason why I say that is because you got 3 women that go out. Now, guess what? As men, we are hunters. So we're going to go to a woman. So if we see this particular woman who is extremely attractive, the other one is attractive, and the one is just okay. The one that's just okay, she's going to feel some type of way. Her energy is going to change. And she's going to feel somewhat insecure about her look, her body, her clothes, whatever the case may be. Because the extremely attractive woman is getting hit on, the attractive woman is getting hit on, and nobody's speaking
well,
to her.
There's different ways that I see that. So as a man, if I see 3 women and 2 of these women are dressed all reserved, but one woman got the short dress on, she got a mini skirt on, she got her breast all out, my mindset, she easy. So of course I'm gonna tailor towards her. Look at the way you dress. You're trying to get my attention.
Really?
100%.
Really?
Yes.
So you don't think that a woman that dresses in a skirt could be considered marriage material?
She can be, but I'm just telling you off initial. You can't look at somebody and think they marriage material. That comes from what's up here.
Okay.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, especially as we're getting older, you 37, I'm 35. Looks can't be everything.
100%.
Our looks are gonna start. Not me, but but our looks are gonna.
You know
start,
what they say, man? Black don't crack, but it's
unless you're doing crack. You know what I'm saying? But our looks are gonna fade. You understand what I'm saying? So sooner than later. So it's just like to sit back and wholly be worried about how a person looks and not what they got up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You setting yourself up for failure, bro. Because when them looks fade, that shitty ass personality is still gonna be
100%.
It's still gonna be present. You know 100%. That ain't going anywhere because that's who the hell she is.
I always said that a person doesn't change to the point where they're unrecognizable.
And what did my man Drake say? Pretty taught me ugly lessons. Bro, a lot of these pretty girls don't come with anything but their looks. Mm-hmm. You don't come to my table and slide a chair up and say, you got looks. Because when that goes, what you got? I don't need that. I'm not 24.
Did you see the interview with Quavo? When he was, he you know how they do these different interviews about body interviews or something like that.
I
So he was talking. So it was a dude that had a Quavo there and a chick, and Quavo basically talking to the chick, and I don't know word for word verbatim, but it was basically like, what do you bring to the table? And she was like, yeah, I'm pretty, and I got good sex. And Quavo, who's a superstar, he can get that from anybody. So he's talking to the dude like, yo, and like, why you bring her here? What else? Tell me something else. What else can you bring to the table? What else can you bring to a relationship besides just sex? Because guess what?
Get that everywhere. And and you could think you good, but Quavo's a star. Quavo done been with probably hundreds of women already. Don't ever think that you could show him something different.
Listen,
you got too much experience out there. You need to keep that to the dudes in the hood that ain't getting, you know what I'm saying, the baddest or the freakiest joints.
Mm-hmm. So you got to be able to bring something different to the table.
Yeah, only. And listen, if this applies to you, then okay. Only suckers is caught up in shit like that, sex and how a chick looks. If you a dude who's been with pretty women or you getting it, that's not paramount to you. Like if I'm just looking to smash, then yeah, you got to be pretty. But if I'm looking to keep you, you got to check plenty other boxes, bro.
But it's
plenty
funny.
Other boxes.
It's funny because people don't realize that energy matches energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been the type of person. I've always said that the type of person that you are is the type of person you're going to get, and people don't really understand that. So no quote unquote blue collar guy is going to want to date a chick who's only willing to offer her body. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to match who you want to be with. They don't necessarily have to be financially, because we already know women don't make as much as men. But just in general, you have the same standards, same likeness. If you have those same things, I feel like it's so much easier and when you're compatible with someone that you can have a successful relationship with that person.
Yeah.
When you have same goals, same interests. Like I always put it in a sense like, who's your celebrity crush? And I ask guys, like, who's your celebrity crush? Now, the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying, the behavior in what you behave, do you think that you can get that celebrity crush?
I mean, most people, unless you're a celebrity, can't get your celebrity crush because you're just not in the league to get their attention.
But just in, you got to cross paths first. But there are a lot of celebrities who like regular, quote unquote, regular people.
That doesn't work for us guys.
What you mean?
We'll never find a woman that's a celebrity that will.
You think so?
100%. It's
Why?
a low number.
Why?
Because women don't date down, bro. Most women don't. So if a woman is a celebrity, she has her own. She's looking for a man who has her own. She's not looking for a dude.
But you could have your own, but your own don't have to equal her own as long as you're doing your own.
Right. But if she is a celebrity, she's probably making 7-8 figures.
Okay.
If you're just some regular dude, you're probably making 5. At the end of the day, she will be supporting you. And no woman wants to really support a man.
Do you really think that it's about a number? Because I can literally work and have a job where I'm making, let's say, 75,000, 80,000. But if I do all the right things with my money, shouldn't that make me a catch?
It depends. So when you're looking at shit like that, and I've had this conversation with somebody's like we was in a barbershop and somebody was talking about how he makes 80 and somebody else was in like the 55 range, and he was talking about how he could do more in life and because he made more money, and that's just something I couldn't agree with, because just because you're making more money doesn't mean you can do more.
Correct.
Like, so it's just like, for example, you could make $5K a month and I could make $3K a month. If your monthly recurring bills come out to $4,200 and with my $3,000, my monthly recurring bills come out to $1,500, I have more money in my pocket than you do at the end of the month. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just, you could make all this money. If you're paying a shit ton of money in bills and you won't have no money at the end of the day when you're done paying your bills, what does your 80 do?
You know what bothers me? I'm going to be honest with you. You know what bothers me? Because times is different. And times are different in the sense that in the 90s and the early 2000s, what will women say about men? You need to get up off the couch. You need to go get a job. You can get up off the couch and go get a job. Now, in the 2020s, they're trying to tell you what type of job to get. Yeah. I'm already off the couch. Now you're telling me what type of job I need to get? Yeah. A job should suffice.
Y'all allowed them to do that, though.
Who?
Men.
How so?
Because y'all allowed them to dictate that shit to y'all and tell y'all worth. That's all it boils down to.
But that's the thing. Once one person does it, then everybody feel like...
Because everybody's followers.
Yes. Everybody's going to feel like, all right, well, one woman going to say, I got this one man in check. So the next man I'm going to date, I'm going to get him in check too.
But they could try. It's on you to allow them to get you in check.
Correct. But everybody has different standards. Remember, we behave in the way that we were raised or we wanted to be raised from what we saw. Why not?
That's true.
Why not?
Because we're all raised a certain kind of way. You ever seen?
But that's why you act the way you act.
You ever seen three brothers raised in the same house and they're three different people?
Yeah.
So it can't be from the way you raised.
But everybody's experience is different in the sense that you can have three brothers, but the middle brother felt like he didn't get no love because the older brother got the love and the baby brother got the love. So now he feels neglected. So yes, it's about experiences and how he feels when he was raised, and that's what it is. You're gonna behave in the manner of how you were raised and how you wanted to be raised.
For me. A lot of people put things on how they were raised. I believe in personal choice. We all make choices every day. We're making fucking tens and hundreds of choices. You know what I'm saying? To get up and brush your teeth is a fucking choice. So if you're going to wake up and decide to treat a person a certain way, talk to a person a certain way, to blame your upbringing, to blame how you were raised is nothing more than an excuse to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame how you were raised. Don't treat me a certain kind of way because you were treated a certain kind of way growing up. Break the mold. You saw how you was treated. You didn't like the way you was treated. So why go treat somebody else the way you didn't like the way that you was being treated? You changed that shit. So it's just like, I just feel like when it comes to things like that, that's like a cop-out. That's an excuse to justify some poor fucking decisions or bad behavior. Own up and stop putting it on your fucking parents, you know what I'm saying? And put it on the personal fucking decisions that you're making. You know? It goes back to that word, that accountability, bro.
Oh my God.
It's fucking huge, man.
My God. And that word literally, this, like everybody, it's like we're going into gladiator mode and everybody has a shield up and accountability is just bouncing off of that shit.
And I tell people,
it's very hard for people to take accountability for their actions.
I tell people all the time, bro, and I got it from Grant Cardone. Read it in the book that he wrote. He said, anything that happens to you is a result of you. It derives from something you either did or didn't do. I tell people all the time, no matter what the fuck happens in your life, you blame yourself. Blame is a way of discharging pain and discomfort. So when shit happens and everybody wants to blame everybody else around them but themselves, you don't learn from that shit. When something happens, whether it's good or bad, you got to look at the part you played because that's how you fucking learn. You don't learn any other way. You don't learn by blaming other people. You excuse yourself.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when we sit, when you're looking like, you know, so yeah. You know, when you're, you know, out and you're meeting people, these are certain things that I'd be paying attention to.
What is what?
Do you hold yourself accountable for the shit that happens in your life? That's a big thing for me.
Now, for you to say that you gotta hold somebody accountable, you have to have a situation that occurs.
Anything that happens is your fault. Anything that happens is your fault. If you lose your job, that's just your fault. You did something, bro. Even if your boss ain't like you, you gave him some type of ammunition to pull the trigger on you and fire you. Don't sit back and say, oh, I lost my job because my boss ain't like me. Well, what happened before you got to that point? Oh, okay, well, I showed up late. I wasn't handing in assignment. I wasn't, handing in tasks at a certain time. I was missing deadlines. I was doing A, B, C, and D. Okay, well, that's why you got fired. You know what I'm saying? But, you got people today that won't do that shit. So
listen, I got fired from many jobs, and I take accountability.
That's how you learn. Like, I fucked up.
Like you said, bro, I know I messed up.
Just last night, when you was on the phone, you was like, yo, bro, I've been sending you messages. You're not responding to that, but you're in a group chat. You held me accountable. And what did I say? My bad. No excuses. No, none of that. My bad, bro. But you right.
But it's whether it's a intimate relationship, a friendship, work relationship. Some people are afraid to cross those lines, man, because some people don't know how to take criticism well.
They don't fuck with them.
Some people don't know how to take criticism well. Listen, avid basketball player growing up. I love playing basketball, but people would say that about me. Yo, T, You don't know how to take criticism. Like, yo, we trying to tell you do this and you doing this. I'm like, no, I got it. And I didn't know how to take it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to take it because, and it's not because I was being defiant or being stubborn or anything, but I'm competitive. Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it done. And one thing about that is it's so funny that I realized that people will call you stubborn because you don't do things their way.
100%.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Can you explain that to me? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Because if you say, yo, do the dishes this way, yo, get the sponge, put the soap on it first, and do this, I'm like, nah, I just put it in the dish. Yo, why you don't do it this way? Yo, you being stubborn. Why am I stubborn? Because I don't want to do it your way.
I've learned to just let people. I've learned to sit back and let people fail that don't like to listen. And this is important. This is an important thing. Mm-hmm. My father, when I was growing up, would always tell me things, and I would always just do shit my way. And the one thing he always told me that's always stuck with me through, being a teenager, early adulthood, into my 30s, and I also delivered this message to my daughter. Life's gonna be a teacher. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. You don't want to listen to me? Life's gonna teach you a lesson. But the lesson life's gonna teach you is gonna be way worse than what I'm trying to teach you in this moment.
Correct.
Some people just need to sit back and you got to watch them fail. You got to watch them fall on their ass, but you got to be there when they fall. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to talk to you. You're not going to listen. And okay.
What do you think about kicking a person when they down?
Depends on who they are. It depends on who they are. If they're up, then put your foot on their neck. Listen, it's easy to kick a person when they down. It is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the preferred method. I'm not athletic, so my legs don't go that high. So it's easier to kick somebody when they down. No, it depends on the person. If it's a friend, I'm not the type to kick you while you down, but I'm also the type that's gonna sit back and say, I told you so.
What you did could have been prevented.
100%. I tell people all the time, especially my close buddies, and I expect the same thing from them.
Oh, 100%.
We at a certain age where we gotta avoid collisions, bro. Mm-hmm. Half the shit we get ourselves into, you see the shit happening a mile away, but we don't do anything to prevent it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like as we start getting older, bro, we gotta avoid collisions, man. You know that girl that you was entertaining wasn't no good for you. You knew that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But instead we're going to blow through every stop sign in regards to a person because we blinded by whatever the hell it is that we want, whether it's she got a banging body, so I want to fuck her, or she a beautiful woman, and I don't get a lot of pretty women, so you know what I'm saying? I'm going to look past all the red flags that's within her because of, some other external factor that's, playing a part.
I learned in life that the hardest thing in the world to do is change yourself. So how do you expect to change anybody else?
Hell yeah.
You can't even change yourself.
Hell yeah.
You say you stick to this routine. You say, you know what? Every single day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to work out. Every single day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to eat right. Every single day I'm going to wake up, I'm going to journal. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to do something. And it doesn't happen.
But you want to know what you can do to fix that, which is what I'm doing this year?
Discipline.
Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is you like to do, if you don't handle your business, you don't do what you like to do. So I day trade for the audience. If I don't make a certain amount of money at the end of the week, nigga, you can't get a haircut. You didn't do your job. You didn't hold down your end of the bargain. You want to look good. You want a haircut because you like to look good. Handle your end of the.
It's funny that you say that because at my old job, my supervisor would, you're supposed to get, it's in the law, you're supposed to get a lunch break. But, you go to the supervisor, hey, it's my lunch break. What you do to get a lunch break?
I wish a motherfucker would tell me that.
No, but he would
say
that.
Here.
He would say
I'm
that.
like, what I did, I got here at 8 o'clock and it's 1. So I'm taking my lunch.
But he would say that. He would honestly say that. He was like, yo, what you did to get a lunch break? Like, did you put in work? Or you just came here just to collect a check and then go home? You know what I'm saying? And I understood what he meant by that. He allowed everybody to take their break, but I understood what he meant by that. What you do to get here? Yeah. You got to do, the work that you put in, you got to be deserving of a break. Yeah. Do you deserve a break? You know what I'm saying? You know what a break is? A break is, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired. That's what a break is. And you know what a break is? Momentarily. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired. I've been working all day. Let me take a small break. And guess what? I'm going to get back to business. Yeah. But you can't get back to something if you ain't been there from the beginning.
No, I agree.
So you got to work hard.
I agree. But as people and as working a job, an 8 or 9 hour shift, whether I came here and I slacked, I still expect to take my lunch when it's time to take my lunch, and I don't give a fuck whether I was working hard or not. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You got a job to do if I'm not working hard.
Uh-huh.
And your job, if I'm not working hard, is to get me the fuck up out of here and replace me with somebody who's gonna work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody that, you know, you're running your own business or you're the general manager of an establishment, you're gonna hire people who aren't good workers. It's just what it is. People put on a facade during interviews to get positions, and then, you know, when they're working, they're not who they, you know, said that they would be.
But I think for the most part, everybody wants to work hard, but after a while you get comfortable.
Well, being complacent in life is the biggest killer. You should never get comfortable. Don't get comfortable at your job. Don't get comfortable at work. I mean, that is your job.
Please don't get comfortable in relationships.
Don't get comfortable at relationships. Oh, don't allow you. Anytime I've ever gotten comfortable, I lost a job. Some bad shit has always happened. I'm not allowed to be comfortable.
I don't allow
myself to get comfortable.
I've always said that comfortability stops creativity.
Absolutely.
Comfortability stops creativity in the sense that, yeah, you're going to be comfortable, all right? But guess what? Because you're comfortable, you're not looking for outlets to be better, to do better. Because guess what? You're comfortable. This chair has my butt imprint. I'm comfortable. The next chair I sit on is going to be firm. It's going to be too soft. No, I want this because it's comfortable for me. Yeah. So, yeah, never, no matter what it is in life, never get comfortable. Always try to work. Always try to strive to be better. Being in your best is the best for you. Actually,
remaining uncomfortable is best for you.
Yeah.
Always be uncomfortable. You know? So,
but being uncomfortable, Cat Williams made a lot of people uncomfortable. He made a lot of people uncomfortable when he was talking about when he went on Club Shay Shay and he had said what he had to say.
The truth is uncomfortable. The truth to some people is like sunlight to a vampire, bro. They just don't like it. And you know, that's not on me that you don't like the truth. But you know what
they say, there's two sides to the truth. So everybody that went on Club Shay Shay or just in general in regards to what Cat Williams had to say, they said their truth. Cat Williams just went on there and said his truth.
And it's crazy because there's a lot of things. There's quite a few things Cat Williams said where, you know, it's like, damn, bro, it's been 10 years. You still bit on that? And there's certain things that he said where it's just like, yo, he right. When Sharp asked him about Tory and Meg's situation, I 100% agree with him.
Yeah.
You heard that part?
No, I didn't hear that part.
So he was like, yo.
That, to be honest with you, that was a long interview.
It was. Yeah, 2 hours, 2.5 hours long. He had asked him, he said, how do you feel about the Meghan?
I think that might have been the longest one he had.
Yeah, he said, how you feel about the Meghan interview? And long story short, he said, you know, the truth has to be told in every story. No matter what happens, the truth has to be told. If she ain't shoot her, then you did, nigga. Yo, bro, in 20 seconds, you have to agree.
Cut and dry?
Cut and dry. You have to agree.
Cut and dry.
Only 2 people could have shot her.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna say she shot her, you shot her. Point blank.
It's tough. But a lot of people said that he went on there and he said the truth, which was his version. But at the same time, a lot of people also said that he was petty, that he was being bitter. The thing about it is that before Shannon Sharp even got the chance to ask him one question, he went in.
Yeah.
And he went in hard.
He had some things he wanted to get off his chest.
And that's why Shannon Sharp was like, well, damn, let me get myself a drink.
Like, I
didn't even get a chance to ask you no questions. And he went in. You could have, everything you say could be true. Everything you say, you could be true. But I feel like you lose validity when you make it personal. You ain't have to call Sad No Walrus, man. You just make your statement that he stole your joke, and that's it.
Yeah.
But when you call him out of his name, now it kind of diminishes the value of what you said. Because now you look like you're targeting him. Yeah. Like he's a punching bag. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing about whose wife did he say was ugly?
He said everybody's wife.
Did he?
Well, he basically said everybody get a light-skinned woman.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that part.
But I didn't hear him specifically say anybody's wife was ugly.
He said somebody's wife was ugly. I forgot who he said it was.
But you can't. But listen, you can't call somebody wife ugly because everybody has different tastes.
But on top of that, every comedian he's talking about is over fucking 40, bro. Like, how many people you think are gonna be? Listen, a woman at 26 ain't gonna be as pretty as she is at 40.
Yeah,
and that's that. And when you look at, you know, Mike Epps and Kevin Hart and, you know, Dave Chappelle, all these comedians that's been doing this for the last 10, 15, 20 years, these guys in their 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Their wives most likely are in their 40s, 50s. Yeah. They're not going to be the prettiest women.
Okay.
It's just not. Like, looks fake. You know?
So if you have... But let me ask you a question. He said that Seth stole his joke. Mark Curry also said that Steve stole his joke. What's the problem? Now, I'm not in that field as far as comedy goes, but what's the problem with stealing jokes? If I put a twist on it, what's the problem with it? Because we all know that one of the greatest basketball players, Kobe Bryant, stole a lot of moves from Michael Jordan. Yeah. And ain't nobody say nothing. Yeah. Kobe is still in his right mind a GOAT to a lot of people. So...
Those are Kobe fans. No real basketball player going to say Kobe the best guard ever.
Why?
He's not.
Why?
Because he's not.
Because they're going to say Jordan? Because I already know what you're going to say. I already know who you're going to say is your personal.
I'm biased.
Of course, I know what you're going to say.
I'm biased.
I already know you're going to say. You know what I'm saying? But you're the only person that's going to say that, though.
I 100% am the only person.
Yeah. That. You're the only person that's going to say Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
You're the only person.
That's my favorite basketball player, bro.
And I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever criticized. Nobody really criticize Kobe? I don't think so, because he learned from that. And this, I guess because in comedy, there's a million things that you can talk about, a variety of things you can talk about, from politics to relationships.
But everybody
to life,
complains about it's hard now for a comedian because it doesn't matter what they say, somebody's finding offense to it. Like Dave Chappelle had something a couple weeks ago, and they were saying that a bunch of people walked out because he made comments about Jews. Why are you going to a comedy show if you're going to feel sensitive about what somebody got to say? You should already know any comedian is going to talk about what's currently going on. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like sensitive people. So comedy really isn't the same because you say the wrong thing, people want to cancel.
I feel like cancel culture is dying out. It's fading out.
It is.
I feel like
but
it's
still
out.
There.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm on Twitter, bro, so it's there.
So
they try to cancel people for shit happening 20 years ago. They hear somebody made a song 20 years ago and they want to cancel them.
But who's the last person that publicly got canceled? Because I feel like it's fading out. Right?
Publicly got canceled?
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors.
But he didn't really get canceled. He did that to himself.
He didn't do shit to himself. You saw the video.
What?
He was trying to get away from that woman.
Okay.
He was in trouble off the allegations, bro.
But you know he didn't. Well, that's why they say don't date.
Women do this shit, bro. They want to put it on white women, but all women are doing this shit. You just had a fucking situation with the college quarterback who had the black chick that he was dating got her family member, his friends, to go do something to them, and one of them got killed. And he went on trial for murder. He came out of FSU. Okay. He went on trial for murder and he beat it. Okay. Women all over are doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're lying. They're making things up. That's not just white women, bro. That's today's climate, man.
But what could she actually gain from that, though? Because it's not like they were married. So what could she actually gain from that?
Derailed his career. He got fired.
Because he lost from the
MCU. Yeah.
He got fired from where?
The MCU, Marvel.
He got all right, and what else,
bro? He
just in general. He lost endorsements. He lost movie
but
deals.
like he was about to be the next big thing. He was playing Kang, so he had movies lined up.
He was
like opportunities was taken away from him.
Is he doing jail time?
No, he's not.
Just fine.
His agency dropped him. Everybody dropped him. His agency dropped him before the conviction even came down. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't want to associate with him.
But they.
Now, how do you feel about that? If you believe, so that lets me know that you only like me for my talent.
Of course, they're a talent agency.
But you gotta no, I get it. But me as a person, haven't we built this bond and this friendship over these few years, or has it only been business?
Yes and no.
Because business turns into personal.
But the bottom line is business, and that's the one thing. You always got to keep the main thing. And if the main thing is business, if you affect our business, then I got to sever ties.
But you know that he has a talent that everybody doesn't have.
Right. But if you're gonna right, but realistically, when it comes to this acting shit, you can find talent everywhere, man.
You think so?
There's a shit ton.
You
Bro,
think so?
You know how many?
Denzel Washington got into something, you think you can find another Denzel?
Denzel is 60 years old. Yes.
You think you can find?
Yes. Yeah,
Because of his age,
listen, no. It's just like sports.
No, I get it.
John Morant, 24 years old, suspended. The Memphis Grizzlies is dealing with his bullshit. If John Morant was 34, you think he's still on that team? He is released because you're old, you're not as good, and your value isn't the same. You're on your way out.
Listen, that's a whole nother topic.
I get it, but what I'm trying to say is,
no, I understand.
Organizations will deal with certain shit because you're in your prime years.
Yes.
But once you're outside of your prime years and you're not worth the trouble you're bringing, they're cutting you. Mm-hmm. So that, you know, that goes hand in hand when you're dealing with the talent agencies. You don't want your name tied to DV, rape, et cetera, et cetera. So if somebody's gonna, get caught up in that,
I think that's the worst.
You gotta separate yourself.
Like I've always said, and I said this before on a past episode, you guys can check it out, but I've always said that every crime that exists is justifiable besides rape, besides domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, those are the only crimes where I feel like you're taking advantage of somebody. Because if you kill my mother, if you do something to my family or friend, then guess what? I'm justified morally to do something to you. Yeah. If I don't have, then I'm going to steal to get. But raping somebody, that's taking advantage. That's taking advantage. And taking advantage of somebody, you being a bully. And me personally, I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. You know what I'm saying? And you get no respect for that. So I think he'll bounce back. And I think he'll bounce back. Look at Will Smith. He's slowly.
Bro, Will Smith
he's
had
slowly coming back.
Will Smith had 20 years in the game.
Okay.
Will Smith produces and has directed his own stuff. Jonathan Majors ain't any of that.
So you don't think he's gonna bounce back?
I hope he does. I don't know if he will.
Okay.
Because I don't know what was working on. I don't know.
So what was the penalty though? Just a fine?
Nah, it's like a super misdemeanor.
Because what was the reason for going to court if you're not going to jail or paying the fine?
Because you could be convicted of a misdemeanor and not do jail time. It's a misdemeanor. It's not a felony.
So you paying
a
fine?
He hasn't been convicted. He's been convicted, but he hasn't been sentenced to anything.
So he's still going through the court process?
Well, he's been convicted. He's been convicted, but as far as what the penalty would be, nobody knows. I think they said it can be up to like a year or a couple months, but he's not going to get no jail time.
That's crazy to even think about. But I did see the video where he was actually running from the woman.
Yeah, pushed her away and ran away.
It doesn't show everything because what happened before that. That's what people do.
No, you can't work off that. You got to work off what's in your face. No, because anything else is an assumption. In a courtroom, everything is fact based.
No, because a picture says 1,000 words. What led up to him running from her?
He could have just been trying to get away. She could have fucking.
Why?
She could have saw him text another woman and started getting crazy. And he was just like, I need to get away from her. He couldn't have necessarily but
something had to lead up to him wanting to run away.
But at the end of the day, he could have his story on what happened, and she could have her story on what happened.
Okay,
they could be two separate stories. At the end of the day, you got to go off what's not disputable, and what you can't dispute is facts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She didn't take any pictures of any bruises, didn't file any police reports, didn't do any of that. You just going off this one video of what you see happening outside of a car.
Yeah,
I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's great enough to convict somebody.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
And it's not even a black or white thing. It's not a male woman thing. I'm not leaning towards. No, I'm not doing it because he's black. I'm not saying it's because he's a male. Because you got some people out there that like throwing around buzzwords. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, the misogyny, the this, the that. Like these fucking buzzwords out of here. But it's just I didn't agree with it. I'm tired of seeing people being railroaded. Through the media or by women. People work hard behind.
But you know what and not to cut you off, man. You know what the problem is? Is that when police get involved, a woman feels like, yo, this man is bigger than me. This man is stronger than me. This man is more powerful than me. So I'm going to call the police. But on the flip side, if a woman assaults a man, men don't go forward. Men don't come forward to say, yo, this woman did something, because they pride, their ego say, you know what, I can't say, I'm 6'4". I can't say that this 5'2" girl assaulted me. What I'm gonna look like mentally?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I live by a quote: stop thinking what you think other people are thinking. Because what you think they're thinking, they're not thinking. Yeah. So I'm thinking that the police think that I'm this big guy and I'm a softie, but yet they're probably thinking like, oh, you know, I got another arrest because this girl assaulted this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, also for me, you know, 2024, I definitely feel like, you know, we as people, both, you know, males, females, let's stay the course, man. We're getting older. We got more time behind us than in front of us. I'm 35. I tell people all the time, if I don't live to 70, I've lived more than half my life already. That shit's scary. Let's pump it. Let's put ourselves in overdrive, man. Let's hit these goals. Anything we said we was gonna do, let's do it. The heights we want to reach, let's hit them, man. And you know, don't be discouraged by you know the valleys you might hit. You know, nothing's ever gonna be smooth sailing. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. You're gonna you know hit rough patches. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just know that you know behind every successful person, you know, was a lot of unsuccessful years. You know, so just stay the course and, you know, just keep going. You know, don't let a bad day, you know, consume you. Just deal with your emotions in that moment, get your mind right, and get right back to it. And, you know, tomorrow's not promised, but today is here. So let's fucking get it, man. Let's be who we think we are. Let's be who we think we can be. And just fucking go. Let's get it.
As always, man. Shout out to Jelani, man. We love you, brother. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Brody.
Sweet life. We out.